and I'm going to give you an explanation. Okay, so we have comparatives, and then we have superlatives. I think the main problem is that you are trying to use them as the same thing, and they are different. They are different things. Okay, so you need to learn that they are different. Okay, that is the first thing. So comparatives, use. We use them to compare two things, more or less of something. Okay, so I think you understood pretty well yesterday, the comparatives. So basically, for example, iPhone is more expensive than Samsung. Samsung has, no, Samsung is cheaper than iPhone. Okay, so the same thing but twisted. Okay, so the rules for this are the next. In comparatives, when we have a long adjective like expensive, we only add more before the adjective, and we add than before the other noun. This is it. This is the formula. More expensive than for a long adjective. How can you know if an adjective is long? When it has more than one syllable. If it has more than one syllable, it is long. Expensive, 3 syllables. So I know that I have to add more. Okay, so notice this. For long adjectives, meaning 3, 2, or more syllables, we add more before the adjective. Make it smaller. And I'll put it here. Okay. Now, let's see the other. When we have a short adjective, how many syllables has cheap, guys?
One.
Only 1 syllable. So I can consider this a short adjective, cheap. So I only have to add er. So cheap becomes cheaper. And I add then. So for short adjectives, meaning 1 syllable adjectives, we modify the word by adding er at the end. Something that is very important is that we don't use more in this case, because it wouldn't make any sense to say more cheaper, that you're repeating the same thing. Okay? Now, there are some exceptions. For example, you look happier now. Oh, wait, no, wait. Do you look happier than last year? So in this case, I have a 2-syllable adjective. How many syllables does happy have?
2.
Exactly, we have 2. Oh my God. So why am I saying air, happy air? I am saying air because for 2-syllable adjectives that And with letter Y, we eliminate Y and add IER. Okay? Only for these adjectives. Only for this type of adjectives. So, yeah. And another one. We have irregular adjectives. Would be bad. The comparative of bad is worse. Good, the comparative of good is better. Far, the comparative of far is farther. Okay? For example, um, your new boyfriend is worse than your ex-boyfriend. Okay? Or for example, this color is better than the other. Or that house is farther from school than the other house. So as you can see, we don't use more. We don't say more worse or more better or more farther. These are irregular adjectives. So are we clear with comparatives or do you have any questions? Please, if you have questions, ask me. This is the moment to ask.
Teacher, sorry. What is the comparative of little?
Less.
Less. Ah,
Yeah.
thank you, teacher.
Okay. Any other question?
No, teacher.
Okay, let's go now with superlatives. Oops. So superlatives. Use. We use them to mention or to describe something that doesn't have comparison. Okay? It is at the top or at the bottom. Okay, so in this case, we are not comparing because it doesn't have comparison. So, for example, Adele is the best singer from the UK. Okay, so am I comparing Adele to Beyonce, for example?
No, teacher.
No, I am saying that she's the best. She is simply the best. Okay? Or for example, the whale is the biggest animal on Earth. Is this true? Yes, right?
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so for example, I can say an elephant is bigger than a dog. I am comparing. But the whale is bigger than anything else, than everything else. So she is the biggest. Okay, I think you understand the concept. The problem is the rules, right? So let's learn the rules. Oh, wait, yeah, I'm gonna give it one more example. For example, wait. For example, my mom is the most beautiful woman in the world. Okay, so I have three examples again. The first thing that you need to know about superlatives, listen, superlatives, not comparatives. I want you to look at the screen, guys. I am not going to explain again. This is the last time that I explain. So if you're not paying attention, you will have to do your own research. Okay? So one more time. At, the first thing that you need to remember is that we always use the for superlatives, not for comparatives, only for superlatives. Okay? Second, for short adjectives, meaning one syllable adjective, we only add est. For example, be becomes biggest. What do we add, guys? What are the three letters that we add?
EST.
Yes.
Yes.
Is it okay if I write biggers?
No.
No.
No,
No.
it has to be specifically est. That's it. There's no other way. For long adjectives like beautiful, how many syllables does beautiful have?
4.
4.
3. 3.
Beautiful. Three syllables.
Three syllables.
Yes. So in this case, we add the most before the adjective. So we say, my mom is the most beautiful. I don't say the most beautifulest. No, I only say the most beautiful. Or for example, Adele is the best singer. Okay? We also have irregular adjectives. Oh, and it is the same. For example, with, for example, Ingrid is the funniest person in the classroom. This is what your partners. This is what your partners said yesterday, Ingrid. So
Yes.
Ingrid is the funniest
Thank
person
you.
in the classroom. So now, guys, you tell me, how many syllables does funny have?
2.
Two syllables. So for two syllable adjectives with that end with letter Y, only for the ones that end with letter Y, we are going to eliminate Y and add IEST. So it is the same that we do with comparatives, but instead of adding IER, we add IEST. Okay?
Okay.
And we also have
Teacher,
irregular
can I ask you
adjectives. Yes, of course. Go ahead.
when I have to add another consonant like a biggest, but it has two G's.
It is the same that we do
Comparative?
in comparatives. You do that when double the last consonant when the word is when ends like this. Consonant, vowel, consonant.
I remember now, teacher. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. And these are the irregular adjectives. Bad, the worst. Good, the best. Far, the farthest. Oh, sorry, I wrote fattest. Is farthest. So do you understand better now?
Yes, teacher.
Yes,
Yes,
teacher.
teacher. Thank
Teacher,
you.
for
Yes,
example,
teacher.
with the irregular verbs, exist more than this, right? Or only that? Only this.
I cannot think of any other right now. I think these
But
are the most common one. It might be possible, but I'm not. I don't have any in mind right now.
okay, thank you.
Okay. Any? Oh, another look. Common mistakes. So a common mistake is, for example, saying you look more happier than last year. This is a very common mistake. And what is the mistake? The mistake
More.
is that you are saying the same
Sorry.
thing twice. So you don't use more if you are using happier. So when you modify the noun or the adjective, you don't add any other word. Or for example, saying Ingrid is the most funniest person in the classroom. You are repeating the same thing. So if you modify the adjective, you don't add the most. Can you say the most funny? No, you can't because you're not following the rules. Tell me, Sophie, do you have a question?
No, teacher, I'm sorry. It's the same question with angry.
Okay. Kata?
Yes, teacher, for example, the correct sentence is you look happier. I forgot, no, don't understand this part because I remembered um, exists a song with the name Happier, but I don't
Mm-hmm.
know is it correct happier. In this case, in this sentence is not correct happier, right?
No, the mistake is not happier. The mistake
It's
is
more.
saying more happier.
Ah, okay, okay.
Happier is okay. The problem is when you say more and then modify the adjective. You have to modify the adjective and you don't add more.
But I can use more happy.
No.
No, it's happier only that. Ah, yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Mm, yes. Okay.
Teacher,
Yeah.
teacher, I'm sorry. In superlatives, irregular adjectives.
Adjectives
Yeah, the fathers or solo fathers.
or only farthest.
Only,
No, no, sorry. You said solo. I was correcting you.
yeah, yeah, yes, teacher.
Um, no, it is the. I'm sorry, I forgot that. You always use that for superlatives. Always. That's the rule. Just
Okay,
memorize it. Always use that for superlatives.
okay, thank you, teacher.
Okay. Any other question?
Sure.
Mm-hmm. No.
No.
Okay, guys. So, what is the song that you were talking about? Kata.
Uh, I think it's marshmallow. I think it's happier is the name, but it's
For
a sad song.
marshmallow. Really?
Yes, yes, I think. I don't
Oh
know what.
my God. I thought you were talking about Ed Sheeran or or Olivia
Ah, yes,
Rodrigo.
also that. That is the other one, but no, I
Or
think.
or Billie Eilish, Happier Than Ever.
Ah,
Like,
yes, that's the other one, but no.
yeah, there are a lot of songs, guys. There are a lot of songs that have the word happier. So we're gonna do one of them to kind of see the language in context. Look, I have a lot of them. Happier, but these people that I don't know. Happier Than Ever, that by Billie Eilish. Getting older. Look,
Teacher is the
older.
marshmallow. Yes,
Which
I searched and it is the song is it is the marshmallow.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So look, we have getting older, a comparative, happier than ever, happier by Olivia Rodrigo, and happier by Marshmallow, and happier by Ed Sheeran. Which one do you want? I only the ones that have the name Happier, but not the Billie Eilish one because that has um bad words. But which one do you want? Happier by Ed Sheeran, Happier but by Marshmello, or Happier by
Marshmallow.
Olivia Rodrigo?
Marshmallow.
Marshmallow is beautiful.
Yes, it's
Really?
beautiful.
Marshmallow is
I have never
beautiful.
heard that
Yes,
song.
Yes, teacher.
you need to
Uh,
listen
It's
this.
so sad.
I need listen or I need to listen?
I need to
You
listen.
need to listen.
Yes. Okay, so we're gonna select intermediate, okay? And you can choose two modes, okay? You can choose choice mode, and it's gonna be like this. Oh, yes, I have heard it.
I've been thinking, I want you to be happier.
So you have to select the missing word. Lately,
I
If
I've.
I've been thinking,
So this is one of the modes.
I want
The other mode is like this. You click on write mode, and then you will have to write the word.
lately, I've been thinking, I want you to be happier.
So you have to write the words. Lately, I've been.
I've been thinking, I want you to be
And that's
happier.
it.
I want you
Okay, so I recommend you to maybe choose the choice mode because it's easier. Okay, so look, I am using comparatives. The choice mode is easier than the write mode. So I recommend you to use the choice mode. Okay, and let's do the song to try to see how comparatives are used in real life. And that's it. I'm gonna send you the link and you're going to work in pairs. Tell me, Kata.
that is my question, if I am pairs or in couple, because when my partners share, normally I can hear it or something like that.
Okay, that's
me
that's
the
because
same problem.
and well, when you share the screen, for the other people to hear, you have to select a little window that says include computer sound. If you
Yes,
don't
but
do
it's
that,
for
Yes,
internet,
teacher.
teacher.
oh, for the connection,
Yes, normally
okay,
it's for
we
this.
can do it individually if you want. Okay,
Okay, teacher. Thank
let's do it individually, everyone. Click on the link, choose intermediate. I don't know if it's gonna give you the option, but if it gives it to you, choose intermediate and then choose what is the other choice mode. You're gonna have 10 minutes, okay? So do your best.